But today we've got a mask that I've been wanting to test for a while. It is the KN95 that Costco has been selling. It's a trifold mask, and I've been resisting buying a box of 50 because you don't know how well they work. But someone kindly offered me up one to sample, and here's standard trifold mask. I do notice one thing already, which is that the nose wire is not as close to the top as I would like. To my mind, that means that everything above that wire is not going to get sealed properly. And if we look at the mask that's the best performing, the 3M Aura, the nose wire is much higher up in the mask. So we'll find out when we test this, but you might notice that something is missing compared to this mask, which is that we need a way for the particle counter to sample from inside the mask. And to do that, we're going to have to put a hole in the mask and a way for the hose to attach. So we have these little metal flanges, and they are 4 millimeters outside diameter and 11 millimeters high. And we have a little push nut that's going to go over it. And yeah, don't know if you can see that. Come on, guys. Not quite in focus. There we go. That's going to go down top. And we have a special tool for installing them, although it is possible to install them without this tool. But this makes it a lot easier. And we're going to put the push nut onto this little part here, and we'll push these two together right through the mask. Now, just don't want to accidentally put a hole in me, which is why they have since redesigned this tool to be different. They no longer let you use two hands. They now use a big thing you put on a desk and push down on. I'm going to pre-punch this guy just to make it easier. So I just put that little hole. This is not the way they recommend doing it. They want you to do it all in one go, but I want to make sure that I'm not puncturing myself. All right. So there we go. It's been put through, and we'll put the tube right on there. The ear loops are not adjustable. Kind of loose on my face. Nose wire's not sticking, and the ear loops are not holding it up to my nose. It's kind of, you can see it's kind of falling off. So I don't think that without adjusting the ear loops this is going to test well, but I'm going to test it as it fits without hacking or adjustments. So let's go ahead and start this fit test. 2.6. That is 2.5 overall. That's terrible. I can feel it leaking at the nose and under my chin. A lot of that has to do with these non-adjustable straps. If these were adjustable, that might help. It does come with a, now because this is a KN95, you can wear it with ear loops. However, they did send this little cord lock. So now we're going to try it with the cord lock. To answer the question of, hey, if it comes with a cord lock, do you need to use it? Well, in this case, maybe you do. Okay, it's still leaking at the nose bridge. The nose wire just will not stick enough. It won't hold against this pressure that pulls it straight. That's why you need a firm nose wire. If it's not firm enough, it will not hold this shape against the tension of the ear loops. All right, so we're going to try it again. Better seal at the chin. And here we go. Okay, that did improve the fit. We've got a fit factor of 5, which is still not great. It's better than I've gotten with some masks, but it's not good respiratory protection. It's really breathable because so much air goes through the leak at my nose, but that's not really what breathable is supposed to mean. We're going to do one more test. This time, we're going to see if we can test how well the filter is working by using this fit the mask adjustment. And that will hold it tightly to my face. And we'll see how well the filter works when there's not air going around it all the time. Okay, we've got the fix the mask brace on to help hold it tight down at the nose bridge and around the sides under the chin. Wow, 602. Filter works great. So these masks have good filtration material. They're pretty breathable. They just fit on me terribly. If you can feel air going through the nose bridge or the chin, you know you're not getting the full protection of this very good filter. So I can't recommend this mask for myself, but if it fits you better, the filtration seems to be like it would be fine. On the other hand, you could use a fix the mask on even a surgical mask. Anyways, so disappointing because I can get the same result using a 3M Aura without having to use this mask brace. It just fits that well, just the way it is. So since that mask didn't work, I want to talk a little bit about why it didn't work. And I've got a piece of wire here that represents the shape of my nose bridge. I'm going to go ahead and fit it on my nose, right at the nose bridge. And you can see that my nose bridge is pretty prominent. And if you have a nose wire that goes over your nose bridge and it's not stiff, the mask will try and pull it straight. It has to have enough stiffness to keep from being pulled straight. And I have to have a strong nose wire to conform to this big shape. If you've got a flatter nose bridge, you might have better luck with those KN95s. So this is why, for me, the nose bridge is really the most important place for me to fit well. And that's why the 3M Aura is the mask I go to. It's got a great nose wire. It has a solid piece of metal instead of something that looks more like a bread twist tie, like the way most masks have. Okay, so next up, we've got an N95 trifold. That is not by 3M. It is the BNX F95B, which stands for the black mask. F95B is a trifold. It's a little small for me because it is a medium small size mask. So if it doesn't fit me, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad mask. It just means it doesn't fit me well. Unlike the Aura, it's a little bit shorter on the top piece, and that's a large part of where it's smaller on me. You don't need to use a clip because it has headbands. That's one of the distinctive features you'll find on pretty much every N95 except the stick-on ready mask. Okay, so this is the BNX F95B. The nose wire is not as stiff as it could be, but it's a lot better, I think, than the KN95 that we tried earlier. I can feel some leaks, but we'll give it a try and see how well it works. All right, let's take a look. 5.4 overall fit factor. On me, this is not a great fit. I know this mask has better filtration than that. It's just that you do really need a mask that fits you well, and you have to test different masks. If you feel like there's cool air going past your nose or your chin, there probably is. And if you feel that, you should try a different mask until you can find one that you don't feel cool air passing any part of your clean skin. I'm going to try something else. So in another video, I swapped out the nose wire from a 3M Aura, which fits me great, with the nose wire in the standard BNX F95. So this is a hacked version that has a 3M Aura version of the nose wire. And we'll just check and see how well it fits me versus the regular twist tie style plastic coated wire nose wire. Okay, this is the 3M nose wire, actually a strip of metal from the 3M. And I can already feel that the leaks are reduced just because it's so much stiffer, which is really important for people like myself with a high nose bridge. So, hacked 3M nose wire in a BNX 95. Let's give it a try. All right, 59. That is a much, much better fit factor. That means it's 59 times cleaner in the mask. Since an N95 can leak through the filter media up to 5%, which would be a fit factor of 20. Anything above that is going to be something that is really going to make me feel a lot more confident. Although the ambient leakage rate is not exactly equivalent to NIOSH particle efficiency testing, so don't want to make that too literal a comparison. But anyway, so that is much better. So if people ask you, does the nose wire matter? Yes, it matters. It just made an order of magnitude difference. The only thing different between the mask I'm wearing now and this mask is that this has a solid piece of aluminum and this has a couple of wires running through plastic that are not nearly as good. An order of magnitude difference. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the AirQueen portion of the trifold testing. AirQueen came out originally with a nano filter mask, the AirQueen Nano. And instead of having an electrostatic filter, it has a nano material, and I really don't entirely know what that means. The filter, unlike electrostatic filters, can be sanitized, they say, with alcohol. And I have done that with one of the masks, which we'll test later. So this is the original AirQueen Nano. They filtered, under Aaron Collins tests at about like 88 to 90%, and they failed a NIOSH test. They weren't necessarily being submitted for N95 certification, but someone did send in some to be tested, and they did not all test above 95%. So that still could be useful as long as they fit well. And on me, they did not fit great, but let's see how they're fitting these days. This is a stock version that has a standard stock nose wire in it. Okay, this is an AirQueen Nanos, the original version. And nose wire is a little leaky. It doesn't want to stay put where I put it. And the ear straps are pretty light, so I'm going to hold the sample probe up so it doesn't pull down the mask. And now let's go for it. All right, 2.9, that is not great. That means there's about a third of the the air is leaking in. So not great protection on me. I could feel the breeze going right through the nose. And again, nose wire. The nose wire is not working for me. So the fact that it might even have pretty good filtration doesn't even matter, because the leaks are really all that matters when you've got high quality filtration media. If it doesn't fit well, you don't get the benefit of the filtration media. Okay, even with fit the mask, fit it as best I can, I still feel like I might be getting some leaks, but it's definitely a lot better. So let's put it to the test. 73. Okay, that's a much better fit factor. Again, nose wire, nose wire, nose wire. I could feel it was much better here. And the fit is really what's important when you have a high filtration mask. So be sure to check out whether you feel any cool air passing your nose or your chin or anywhere else. All right, next up I have the FFP2 version of the AirQueen. They made a new version. They said the filtration media, or someone said, I think it was SumLab, said the filtration media was a little bit better, which it would have to be if the original AirQueen didn't pass an N95 test at NIOSH. It's maybe tiny bit smaller, and it comes with a cord lock that goes behind your head to help make it more secure. Okay, this is the AirQueen Breeze. Comes with a behind the neck lock. So for ear loops, these are too weak, and I can feel the nose wire is not holding down. It springs back up and lets air leak right up through here. So we'll give it a try as best we can using the stock ear loops and nose wire. And here we go. 2.8. Not useful. Again, that's a huge leak. Nose wire, nose wire, nose wire. And apparently also we'll need to try the tension with behind the head. So we'll do that next. So now we're going to try the behind the head tension with the AirQueen Nano Breeze, or the AirQueen Breeze FFP2 mask. Wow. So 3.6. Apparently my face is a torture test for trifold masks. That's not a great fit factor, and that's with the cord, the lock behind my head. Nose wire could have been better. So another not great result, but I am going to try it with Fix the Mask, and we'll see if this filtration media is any better than the original AirQueen Nano. Okay, we've got the Fix the Mask. And we're going to go ahead and try that and see how the AirQueen Breeze FFP2 rated mask works with a good seal. 26. Hard to tell whether that's filtration media or not. It could just be that the Fix the Mask wasn't enough. This is a lot of work to get a 26 fit factor. That still, could be within what you would expect for an N95 mask, but for an FFP2 mask plus Fix the Mask as a brace, that's surprisingly not impressive. That's very meh. So on my face, not a great fit. So now we have something that's a bit of an anomaly. I have a mask I used to wear. This is the AirQueen Breeze. It doesn't have the same markings on it anymore because I did sanitize this with alcohol, and the ink they use happens to also be alcohol soluble, which seems kind of silly if you're going to tell people you can sanitize it with alcohol. I don't remember whether they ever said that specifically about the FFP2 version, but it's supposed to be the same nano filtration material. So this is a used mask, but with one addition. I put a piece of this aluminum in the nose pocket, so it should fit a little bit better. I'm going to try it the same exact way I tried the stock mask, and we'll see how it performs in comparison. All right, so this is an FFP2 with a hacked nose wire, and that has been sanitized with alcohol at least once, maybe more. 9.5s, well, 9.4 now. So the nose wire did make a difference. It really did help, but it didn't make it an amazing mask. So let's try it with the hook and see if that brings it up to specs. All right, so FFP2 AirQueen Breeze with a hacked nose wire and an ear hook. 27. So yeah, and that's without Fix the Mask. So the hacked nose wire really does help. All these trifolds really need better nose wires, at least on my face. And I'm still going to try Fix the Mask, and we'll see if that helps even more. Okay, this is the hacked nose wire AirQueen Breeze that has been sanitized in alcohol with Fix the Mask. 30. So that did improve it, but not enough that I would really want to wear this as a mask if it was my choice to buy it. So I'm going to say that on my face, even with Fix the Mask, the AirQueen Breeze is very meh. Your results might vary, but I doubt you're going to get really great results with this mask. All right, so now it's time to move on to the KF94s, and I've only got two right now. The best fitting masks, I think, were the Bluna face fits, but I liked them so much I used them all up and don't have any left over to test. So I'm going to go to my nemesis, which is the LG Airwasher, a great KF94 with good filtration that just doesn't fit me especially well. And let's go take a look. All right, the nose wire is better than a lot of KF94s. I still can feel some leaks, but it's better than many. I've got the ear loops really tight, a little bit uncomfortable. Well, we'll see how this does with everything done as best I can do it. 9.3, that's about as good as I've ever gotten with this mask. So it's still not great. So it's a fit factor of about 10% leakage. And you could do better, but still definitely better than a surgical mask. So, but this is best case scenario. No talking, no moving. I've adjusted it as well as I can. And I've got the ear loops really tight. So this may not be the way I would actually wear it if I was wearing it. So let's move on. Yeah, this is the BOTN large, and I can just feel the air going past my nose. It's too large. Even with the ear loops cinched down fairly tight, I'll try a little bit more. It's just, the nose wire springs back a little bit. It slides down my nose, so it's both a little loose and a little not large enough because it wants to slide down my nose. So, well, we'll give it a try. 2.9. That's what you'd expect. This is one of the masks that made me give up KF94s. I could just feel the air going past my nose bridge. The nose wire does not stay where it should. It's a decent nose wire as KF94s go, but it's just not enough on my particular nose bridge. Now, you are all probably thinking, well, maybe this guy's face just does not fit trifold masks. Or maybe that little Van Dyke he's got is interfering. Well, those are all great questions. So I've got a control. I have this. This is a 3M Aura that I have replaced the, wait, this is the regular 3M Aura. We'll use this one too, but this is the one I wanted to actually show you. This is a 3M Aura. It's a stock 3M Aura, except I've replaced the headbands with ear loops to put it on par with these KF94s. And I'm going to see if I can get a good fit with an ear loop mask with this 3M Aura to see whether or not my face can fit a trifold. And we'll see whether it's me or whether the masks are what don't fit well. Okay, so this is a 3M Aura with adjustable ear loops that I put on, and we'll see whether or not this actually will fit well on my face compared to the other trifold masks. So 621. 621, no mask brace necessary, just a stock 3M, but with ear loops on it. It's the masks. It's the way they fit. It's the lack of the nose wire. It's the way it's constructed. It's the material. I don't know all the details that go into it yet, but I can fit a trifold mask. So it really is the difference in the way the masks are made. I think some of these masks might fit you pretty well, better than on me, but overall, the 3M Aura is just a superior trifold mask in pretty much every way, even if you hack it and take the headbands off, which you should not do if you're using it for work, because that destroys its NIOSH certification. So you can't do that at work. And even if you do it outside of work, you should still fit test it to make sure it actually works on you. Just to do a last control, I am going to use this mask, which is with the headbands, just as a way to make sure everything is working as I expect. Okay, this is my control, 3M Aura with headbands, just to see how well that fits today. Okay, 878. That is a great fit factor. The 3M Aura fits really well on me, and I think it probably fits well on a lot of other people. It is a superior mask in all sorts of ways. However, I think the takeaway from all this testing is not that these other masks are bad. It's just that you really need to fit test them. You don't need a machine like I'm using. You can do home fit testing using sweetener or a bitter solution or instructions. I will link to some of them in the description. But masks really vary on how they work on your face, and excellent filtration needs excellent fit. If you don't have good fit, you are not able to take advantage of the good filtration. So please, please consider fit testing. And if you feel cool air going past your skin, trust your intuition that probably does mean that you do feel it for real, and it probably is a leak. So please find a mask that's got good nose wire or fits you well, and please do fit check it if you can.